Hello everyone, I'm Brian Croy Dragon, and welcome back to Vox Adventures. Uh, Not using Optifine because at the current moment, Optifine just freezes my computer when I try to use it. Didn't do that the first time when I switched to the new one, but I guess oh yeah, need an update, but of course the update's not available yet for a specific component. Oh jeez. Yeah. Uh, so here we are in the winter season of 2021, 2022. So, in recent news, I had an interview yesterday, scored 94%, and I've been hired. Haven't got into training just yet. I mean, it's a work from home type job. The interview yesterday took nearly 5 hours. Have to report in at 8 in the morning. My superior didn't get. I had to report in. My superior doesn't respond until 9:06. Yeah, I've got my eye on. I got my phone on. I've got my eye on chat work. So there we go. Has he responded since? Well, let's see here. Sounds good. Kindly stand by while I get further procurement update and join you back momentarily. That was at 9:08. It's now 10:32. Yeah, I have every reason to believe this will be taking a while. So, yeah, I can still record Vox Adventures, and I just in general need something to pass the time, so why not stick with Vox Adventures? It is the winter season after all. Yeah, so anyway, I'm thinking of expanding into VTubing, alternating between IRL YouTubing and VTubing. Um, yeah, so here we go. Here I am, my PNG VTuber self. Not a debut, just I have to do a lot of test runs first. Yes, Alex. I did a test run last night. What was I talking about? Alternating between IRL and VTubing. blah 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 blah. Blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. So anyway, what can I talk? Yeah, did a test run last night. Did not have the microphone plugged in. Thought I could just use the built-in, but for some reason that won't work with OBS. How do I get to the top floor? Pretty sure my head is up there. I mean, I would have loved to have a 2D avatar, but my skill at making such a thing is on par with a crapulous pan-troglodytes. That would be a drunken chimpanzee. And I'm not really in a financial place to start spending money to pay people to make that and all that. So anyway, I'm still doing my writing, still working on the Alexander the Caracone series, currently working on Alexander the Caracone's Big Top Adventure. Also, still working on the Carchemist series, currently working on book 4, Instant Freeze, going to be 20 chapters, so basically a two-parter. Because think about it in the way of a television series, 10 chapters is a half-hour episode. 10 chapters is a half-hour episode. 20 chapters is a two-parter. My head's not there. Not in this row anyway. I am recording, right? Yes, I am. Thank you, Alex, please. Lay on top of my arm. Oh, jeez. Forgot I'm not a vampire on gold. also finished book 2 of the Aether tetralogy, North from Aether. The next one will be titled The Prisoners of Hyperion. Just making sure I didn't skip a row. Also still working on Ahab. Yeah, I don't think I missed a row. There's Molly. What else can I talk about? I'm currently reading A Pharaoh to Arms, started that yesterday. Currently 8 chapters in. Maybe finish it by New Year's Eve, who knows. Oh yeah, here I am. Yeah, so recently I started watching Kim Possible on Disney Plus. Haven't seen that show in years. I'm gonna lie. I found the first episode to be a lot more cringy than I remember it being. Hey, Mark. I don't find any of the others cringy, so I don't know why it's I haven't found any of the later, the ones after it cringy, so I'm wondering why it's precisely that one I find to be cringy. Oh, okay, Len. Hmm. So, we're the course of a year and a half, I've lost 4 family members. My maternal grandparents, my maternal uncle, and my paternal aunt. Oh, I see. I thought as much. Mushroom wearing a crown. That's cool. Oh, vision. Among Us. It looks like Nicorette. You have to be familiar with Afnav's channel to know who that is. Oh. Doc. Stitch. Oh yeah, that reminds me, on Bedrock, there's a Disney World themed adventure map. You can go on rides, get autographs, and all that. And there's even a... There's even a... Dimling? There's even a... There's even a creators mode. Where you can turn off the copyright for the, for YouTubers and streamers. Yeah, there's Mike and Sully right there. Oops. Mini. Mario. Mini again. Huh. You're a good boy, Alex. You are a good boy. See whose head is in the glass. I have no idea who that is. Hey, Alex. Latin. Someone I don't know. Another I don't know. I still don't know. Oh, okay then. What? A toaster? Is that head on a pig? Okay. Very sus. Now, I could have sworn Zombie's head was here somewhere. Oh, there's a left. Yeah, where? Ah, here we are. There's zombie mode squared. Hmm? Okay. Hmm. Ah. Rest in peace. Hmm. Yeah, so what I was gonna talk about, well, I'm doing a single biome survival challenge, an Arctic biome. Yeah, I'm gonna survive 35 days. Why? Because I decided that To make this interesting, it had to be a certain number of days. How did I... What determined the number of days? Well, I converted my initials into letters. B is the second letter of the alphabet, T is the 20th letter, 13 is the 13th. Add it all up, what do you get? 35. Thank you so much for getting up, Alex. What? Hi. Okay, where am I? Where am I? Oh, right, I was, in the sea when, the restart happened. I mean, obviously. What the? Okay, not chat work. Good lord, let me ask you guys a question. How do you define momentarily? It's now only been 2 hours. It said momentarily at 9:08, it's 11:02. Again, just Gmail. I'm thinking of setting up a GoFundMe to help me pay off a credit card debt due to having been a victim of a scam, and I've basically been abandoned by the scam center, so gotta do something. Even at $19 to $27 an hour, I don't know how much of a chunk that will make. And being paid on a weekly basis, I don't know. Also, gonna be planning, gonna be selling books on Amazon, helping out Minotaur's books, and a lot of the books in their store aren't on their website. So I'll have a supplier, gonna call it Croy Dragon Books, just need to get everything finished up. Have an interview today at 4:40 about that. Alex. you're gonna sit down. Had my maternal aunt, uncle, and cousins over on Sunday. Gonna have my paternal, well, my remaining grandmother and my cousins over on Christmas Eve. And on the 26th, some family friends will be coming, and maybe bringing their dogs, Milo and Baymax. Milo's a shouty, and Baymax is a big white dog whose breed I keep forgetting the name of. Hey, relax. Relax. Yes. Rub your head against the computer. Kiss him. For a while I've been planning basically an Irish Ivanhoe story, and initially it was going to be set during the reign of Henry V, but I'm feeling the reign of Henry III more now, and have the female lead be not a descendant of Henry II, but one of the Normans who actually settled in Ireland, in this case being Richard de Clare. So it's not going to be, like English and born in England, raised in England. She's going to be Hiberno-Norman, basically. And while our male lead is going to be Gaelic Irish. the time, excuse me, I've only feel that having the romantic leads being Gaelic, Irish, and Hiberno-Norman works infinitely better, and the reason for this is that uh, following the Norman invasion of Ireland, uh, Ireland was divided between the Gaelic kingdoms and the Lordship of Ireland, which is, and it just works better. Uh, you don't. The female lead is already there. It's not like her father, her parents die, and then she's sent off to Ireland. She's already there, and having these two and having them coming from rival states just works a lot better in my opinion. And it also works better because Henry III was the grandson of Henry II. The Anglo-Norman invasion of Ireland finished in 1175. So it started in 1169 and ended in 1175. And I'm thinking of having the story set in 1219. So, unlike Ivanhoe, where the Norman conquest was over 100 years prior, it's not that far in the past for Ireland. The Norman invasion of Ireland is not that far in the past. Let's see here. What is that mathematically? 44 years have passed. Yeah, 44 years have passed since the end of the Norman invasion of Ireland. Also, with it being only 44 years since the end of the invasion, you have you end up having characters old enough to remember it. Con le Gael, who is the father of the male lead, he's 53 years old, so he's actually old enough to remember Ireland before the coming of the Normans. He's able to remember it pretty much before this all happened. Before, yes, he was a child when it started, but a child when it ended, but the fact is he can still remember a time before the Norman invasion of Ireland. And this is in stark contrast to his Ivanhoe counterpart, Cedric the Saxon, who, due to the time period the story is set in, can't. He wasn't even alive when the Norman conquest of England happened. The story set in 1194, and Cedric is said to be approaching his 60th year, telling us he's 59 years old. The Battle of Hastings happened in 1066, so yeah, he's not even old enough to remember to remember anything. Basically making him an eccentric, and yeah, I love the story, but it still has its flaws, like actual tensions between Saxon and Norman wouldn't have lasted that long after the conquest. And the reason why I went with Ireland is because my family's Irish, uh, Gaelic Irish specifically. Gaelic Irish on my dad's side, Highland Scottish on my mum's, so both some form of Gaelic. And having it, I don't know, just the fact that you have the Gaelic states and then you have the Lordship of Ireland. It just works because, yeah, there can be. It just works. It works just as well with the Norman invasion of Wales, which you can read in the King Raven trilogy by Stephen Lawhead. And it even works better with it being in the aftermath of the Norman conquest, the immediate aftermath of the Norman conquest of England, which you can read in Park Godwin's novel Sherwood, which I've got on my to read list. I'll get to it eventually. What the? There we go. I've also, for other stories, I've if it includes a mythological or legendary hero, I've decided to take the Ben-Hur approach. Ben-Hur, the original novel, the full title is Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ. And Jesus isn't a character who appears throughout. He does have a few appearances, but he's at the same time not a... Well, he is, but he isn't a major character, if you get what I mean. If need be, he only has to appear a few times in the story. And that's the method I'm taking with mythological and mythological and legendary figures. The story Glory of Hera has been retitled A Tale of Heracles, and he's not really going to be appearing all that often. Come on. I mean, if you're familiar with Ben-Hur, you know what Jesus' last appearance is, and that basically says what Heracles' last appearance would be, but for another title, A Tale of Mulan, due to the fact that she doesn't die in the original ballad, unlike some later retellings, she basically survives the whole thing. So her final appearance would have to be something else. Yeah, probably where she reveals her gender to her comrades. And yes, I am going to be keeping in with... Well, I've actually already started writing it, but it's being published on Rev Novel. Fully keeping with the Proto-Mongol setting, it's set in the Northern Ray Dynasty. I make reference to the characters as Zayan Bey. Not exactly sure about the pronunciation still. I've elected to use the Zayan Bey names if possible. And I'm going to be referring to Tuoba Buri as Buri Khan. I'm really putting more emphasis on the Proto-Mongol culture side of things than on the Chinese culture side of things. I really do not want to be like China, China, China. No, no, no. Proto-Mongol state. Yes, it's a Chinese dynasty, but it's also a Proto-Mongol state. And that covered part of what is now China and Mongolia. And I'm actually... I even acknowledge that not all Zayan Bey looked East Asian. Some had white skin, blue eyes, blonde hair, and I acknowledge that. I mean, they were steppe people, and obviously such features would come from intermarriage with other tribes on the Eurasian steppes. And I'm not sure about what to do for Mulan's appearance. I mean, Mulan Badaling, as I'm calling her, on the grounds that Mulan was actually her surname, her family name, her clan name. And the original ballad. And that's because at the time the ballad was written, women could only be referred to by their women were only referred to by their surnames. And a later retelling has her being named after the Mulan Mountain, which I'm not even sure is a real mountain. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not. I've checked. There isn't a mountain in Mongolia with that name, and I don't think there's a mountain in China with the name either. So I just went with a Chinese mountain name. Might change it to a more Mongolian, to a name of a Mongolian mountain. Because Mulan, yeah, it would probably work better in the fact is Mulan is just repetitive. I don't want to do a name like that. The lead is actually, his name is Tuyuhan Chuo. I think that's how the given name is pronounced, Chuo. Oh, jeez. And I chose the surname Tuyuhan because it was one of the Xian Bei names in the Northern Wei dynasty that was not subjected to a change of to a more Han sounding name. Mulan, on the other hand, is considered to be a Sinicized version of a Xian Bei name or word, Umran. So I definitely felt that having the lead of the story have a non-Sinicized name in contrast to the title character, I think it just works better. Actually, maybe I'll stick with Mulan Badaling for the name, because with the Sinicized surname, a Chinese naming her after a Chinese mountain makes some amount of sense. And I'm not sure, might have Mulan look more East Asian in contrast to Chuo, who, yeah, he's got the white skin, the blue eyes, he's got reddish blonde hair. I don't know. I mean, at one time I want to avoid the stereotypical East Asian look, because in real life there's more diversity than a lot of people think. I mean, Genghis Khan, according to Mongol and Kazakh folk tales, was red of hair. That's Genghis Khan, as he's as his name is constantly mispronounced. Genghis Khan. I mean, if the Zion Bay were Proto-Mongol, should I be saying Khan or Han? I mean, probably should be saying Han, but I don't know. How closely related is the Zion Bay language to the Mongolian? Oh, I don't know, Alex, I don't know. I remember one person using a picture of Lagertha from the show Vikings and referring to it as Blonde Mulan, or White Mulan, one of the two. And it's funny because of just how ignorant it is, because, as I said, some Zayan Bay had white skin and blonde hair. In order to serve in the Northern Ray military, you had to be Zion Bay. She very well could have had She very well could have had blonde hair and white skin. So Chuo is 13 years old. I chose that age because the earliest case of Mulan's age being stated when she goes to war in her father's place has her at 14. Like Mulan shows that the daughter of, the son, Chuo is, okay, Mulan's a daughter of a military man, Chuo is the son of a military man. The difference is Chuo is actually the youngest, while Mulan is the middle child. And while Mulan's very much every bit as good as her father, maybe even better, Chuo is kind of subpar. He's not considered equal to his siblings, and when the announcement and when the campaign begins in 429, long before the mass Sinicization of later on in the 5th century, Chuo's father is wounded, his eldest brother is dead, and his elder brother is dead, and his sisters are both off seeking to avenge him. As has been General Chu Yuhan's tradition, him and his wife have always gone to war together. And neither will leave while the other is ill or injured. So with the eldest son dead and the daughters off avenging him, that leaves the youngest child, the subpar child, who may have even been sickly in his early years, might have even been born before he should have. You know, for Chuo, it's all about proving himself that he's equal to his siblings in ability. He's in their shadow, and yeah, that's basically what causes him to take his father's place. Hairball. Hello. Can you get off my arm, please? Hi. Also for a story inspired by Prince Valiant, I was initially going to have it be set during the time of Alexander the Great, but I'm feeling Constantine the Great now. He's a man with a longer. He was a man with a longer reign, definitely, and he just interests me a lot more than someone like Charlemagne. You know, something amusing. In the movie Night of the Living Dead, due to zombie having a different meaning, uh, the undead entities were actually called ghouls. So I'm just wondering, is there another universe where instead of zombie mode he's called ghoul mode? I don't know, probably. I mean, let's just take a moment to think about that. What would our usernames be in a different universe? Oh, like I even know. Oh jeez, I'm not a vampire in this server. Hmm. Oh jeez. Going back to A Tale of Moon Lawn, but I'm not sure if I'm going to include this in the story, but I'm thinking that the two Yuhan and Mulan families may have eventually been on opposite sides. One being because eventually the northern ray did divide between the east and west, one side being traditionally Zayan Bay, while the other side was heavily Sinicized, so I'm just saying I think the two Yuhans might be the traditional family, while the Mulan might be the Sinicide. This might be on the Sinicized side. Hey. I might even have such a thing even brought up with Chuo in battling, discussing synchronization. Chuo will be against it, while Mulan will be all for it. Battling will be all for it. Mulan battling will be all for it. Despite the fact that if the Northern Wei dynasty becomes more Chinese, women won't be able to serve in the military. So she's not meant to be a perfect hero. She's meant to be a warrior without equal, but she's even then quite flawed. Like her support of synchronization goes to the point of not thinking things through. I don't know. Might not have it being like that. And at some point during the story, Chuo's sisters will arrive. Chuo's eldest sister, probably just the one, will arrive to take his place once their elder brother's been avenged. But Chuo will insist that he stay to prove that he's her equal and he's equal to her and the rest of uh, their siblings. I haven't got a name for her yet. I don't even have a name for Chu Yuhan's for Chuo's parents. I just have his father listed in my notes as General Chu Yuhan. Because here's the thing. Mulan's father, earliest reference to an actual rank I've been able to find is as a battalion captain. While later portrayals, yes, go with a general and have him be a war hero. Well, obviously he'd be a war hero if he'd have to be someone pretty important for him to be asked for. Because it's not just a simple conscription. For such a monumental campaign, yeah, someone would have to be pretty important to be asked for. I mean, obviously other people would be needed, but still, he has to be someone of great importance, and would have to be someone like a war hero. I went with Chu Yuhan's father being a general just because, yeah, of the adaptations I know of that which are not many that keep with the northern race setting, or the Proto-Mongol setting. Yeah, northern race setting, since it was a Proto-Mongol state, keeps with the look basically, and keeps referring to Mulan's monarch as a Khan. Han? I don't know, I'm I don't know how closely related. Probably, I mean, Proto-Mongol, so might have been Han, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Mulan's father was presented as a general, so that gives me something to work with for Chuo's father. And also him being injured comes from the portrayal of Mulan's father in that same one, the Burbank one. Uh, of course, it happened differently with than how it did with. Yeah, let's just say there was a difference. General Hua was actually thrown from his horse or fell from his horse. General Chu Yuhan, on the other hand, was injured in the attack that resulted in the death of his eldest son, and it's actually the attack came from a rival clan, the Tufa clan, which who are actually kin to the Tuoba clan. Hello, Alex. What the? Oh, jeez. In the original ballad with Mulan's father, it wasn't specifically stated why she had to take his place, and for the record, both of her parents were immensely supportive of it. I mean, I'm to remind you, as I stated, Mulan was the middle child, so I don't know why her elder sister, because yeah, our sister Mulan, and then younger brother, who was too young to. Uh, okay, so we have two children who are old enough, so I have no idea um, why Mulan's elder sister doesn't. Is it ever stated? I don't think it's ever stated. I have no idea. I don't think it's ever stated in any adaptation that, in any retelling of a story that remembers, yes, Mulan's sister was the elder, not her younger. Yeah, so maybe, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to figure that one out. Figure out, because yeah, we know why Mulan's father can't go. I mean, like aged and well, maybe not exactly aged. I have him listed as 54, and he's 54 when the campaign begins in my notes. What the? Oh god. Oh god, what did I just do? Help. What did I just... What? I'm not looking to take anything from the Disney film, the animated Disney film. Might throw some reference to it, but not good references. Like I'll have Mulan battling call the name Fa a stupid name, but I'm not exactly sure if I will go through with that. Might have a character based off of Sean Yu who proves to be completely incompetent. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, he'd probably be Zeong Nu, but compared to his Ruran comrades, he'd be completely incompetent. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go through with that. I would probably get a lot of hate from the Disney fans, but who knows? Who knows? And well, that would be all for today, everyone. I'm Brian Croydragon signing out, and I leave you with this question: How exactly do you define momentarily? 9:08, now 11:59 a.m. Stay stray.